All right, you're giving an income statement here for a problem and then ask a series of questions. We know the selling price per item is $10, and then we're to calculate the DOL, the DTL, the total number of units sold, and the operating break-even point. So let's start with the third question. So at $10 with sales revenue of $350,000, we can calculate the sales revenue of $350,000 divided by 10, that $35,000. Again, this should be a number, not a dollar amount. So they sold 35,000 units. This would also help us calculate then what our variable cost per unit is. So that's valuable in doing the operating break even. So our variable cost per unit is, we have a total of $185,000 in cost divided by the 35,000 units that we sold. And I'm going to go ahead and put a negative sign in front of the 185,000 so that we get a positive answer. So the variable costs are $5 per unit, actually $5.29. So our degree of operating leverage, the easiest formula for our DOL, if we have the information, which we do here, is to take the gross profit and divide it by the EBIT. So down here we have a gross profit of $165,000 divided by our EBIT of $120,000, and our DOL then is 1.375. Our degree of total leverage, we could calculate in a couple of different ways, but the easiest way is to do the DFL and then find the degree of financial leverage, and then from that you could take the DOL times the DFL to get the degree of total leverage. So EBIT divided by EBIT minus the total interest gets us the DFL. So we'll put it down here, the DFL. So it's equal to the EBIT number here, 120,000 divided by, open your parentheses, 120,000 minus the amount of interest, which in this case, because of the way it's set up, it's a negative number, so we're actually going to have to add it, so plus the 30,000. And we'll turn that back into a number, and so our DFL is 1.33. So our degree of total leverage is the 1.375 times the 1.33. And it's 1.833 repeating. And then the operating break-even, again, the formula for that is fixed cost divided by the price minus the variable cost. So because the fixed costs are here as a negative, I've got to make that a positive number, or you can just type it in, but equals a negative of the 45,000 divided by the price of $10 given in the problem right here, less the variable cost per unit, which we found, so less the 529. And our operating break even, again, it's a number, and we would need to round that up because you can't make part of a product. So there's you could just simply retype it as 9,545.45, or you could enter the function equals round up and then put in parentheses what you already have as a formula, and add that you want 0 decimal places, and it will round it up for you to the right number. So either way works.